Yu-Gi-Oh! One of the staples for trading card games for the past, Oh damn, this game is 22 years old? Well, god damn, Jesus. For the past 22 years, this game has climbed to the top spot of the most competitive trading card game in the world, releasing a bunch of OP and broken decks. The question still remains, how do I get into Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively? Well, this is where I, Swansea, comes in. I think. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so, this series, as you can see, you will be seeing me face to face. Well, not really face to face, because I can't see your face, but you know what, it counts. I never played Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively. I never really got into it. I never really enjoyed it. I always played games for the sake of playing games. Until recently, where some of my mates that I've made at my locals have convinced me to finally get on the bandwagon of competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's kind of good convenient timing as well, as right in September, there will be an event at my locals, which is being the qualifiers for something about YCS, not YCS, just something along that lines of importance. Importance? No, I don't. So, with that said, I have decided to make it my goal of being either first or second. I didn't mean to slap my desk. Either coming first or second, because if I come either first or second, then I qualify. So here's my goal. I want to become one of the greatest Yu-Gi-Oh! Players of all time, increasing my very horrible knowledge of pretty much any deck. Like, I don't know how to play any deck except for Code Talkers. That's literally my only expertise. So with the training of what I could say, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Mentors, I will become the greatest duelist of all time, beating this guy. Yeah, he's gone now, you see? Big Swansea in the house. This is gonna go horridly.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Now, the question that probably remains on everybody's mind, what deck will I be playing for this competitive format? Well, if LP didn't get banned, which by the way, I only had that card for a month before he got banned. Why, Konami? Why? But yes, if LP didn't get banned, I would have been playing Dragon Link, as it is probably one of my favourite decks to this day, especially with Borreload Savage, with it being such a heavy negate card, and so easy to bring out with Dragon Link. But it's impossible now because of the fact that LP's there. And the specific version of Dragon Link I played, it was Crusadia Dragon Link, and literally the Crusadia engine was to enable LP, but there's no point enabling LP anymore if I can't. So we're going with the next best thing, which is Salamangreats. Now, because of Mirage Stalio being unbanned, the deck is much more consistent now on using its resources, especially with not having to banish Spinny off the first turn anymore, to keep its resources going and getting Gazelle back to hand. But there is one problem with my two problems with my Salad deck. I don't have an access code talker or Signet mining. Yes, you heard me. No access code, no Signet mining, no big win condition, no free searching. And those cards are very, very, very important to the deck. So hopefully before September comes, I will have an access code talker and Signet minings. And maybe a few ghost spells, because I have none of that as well. So for now, our deck list is... it's good. It's just not the most consistent sometimes, considering the fact that I don't have Signet mining, which is, of course, an enabler, a searcher, and can literally get me to a one-card combo with discarding any Salad and getting Gazelle to hand. And there's a Moa outside. I picked a horrible time to record this. Now the question that is left is, what does your deck look like considering the fact that you don't have any minings or access code talker? Well, I'll show you that right now. Watch this. Magic transition to table. So, deck profile looks a little bit different to other Salad players, but you know what? It's gonna get the job done well and truly. So starting off, we of course have the 1 Gazelle, because you can't run 2, for obvious reasons. And then the rest of our Salad package looks like the 2 Spinny, 2 Jacks, 3 Foxies, and the 1 Falco. So overall, we have a total number of 9 Salad cards in our deck, monsters, and most of the time we will be seeing one of them in our hand. And then the rest of our monster lineup is Extenders, which is our average Cyber. So we of course got the 3 Flame Buffaloes, the 1 Lady Debug, the 1 Sea Archiver, and the 1 Backup Secretary. These cards together is literally full combo. You can make any board you want with that, I've realised. Flame Buffalo is just a really good card, because considering the fact that I'm playing a very trap heavy deck and I don't have any minings, it is a very, very powerful card. And then for hand traps, we have 3 Ash Blossoms, 3 Effect Veilers, and then 2 Nibiru's, because I do not have 3 Nibiru's. I would like to play 3, but I don't have 3. But it is still pretty good. Next we got our only spell card searcher for Salads, which is Salamangreat Great Circle, which I've learned, thanks to my tutoring of my professional Yu-Gi-Oh! Teachers. They have a degree in everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Teaching, yeah. You can activate it in your draw phase, which then you can play around not getting stuck with Droll and Lockbird, which is pretty good, so that I have learnt. Then of course we got the 1 Sanctuary for Balinks, and then we're running 2 Will. I would put this at 3, but I'm happy with 2 right now. It's doing what it's supposed to. It's getting the job done. And of course we're playing the 3 Pot of Desires, because who doesn't like drawing cards? I mean, drawing cards are so good. And then the rest of our lineup is traps. We've got pretty much 2 of every Salad trap, which is the 2 Rages and the 2 Roars, which we most of the time will be sending off Gazelle. We've got our counter trap, and then we've got our pop 2 with Sunlight Wolf, or if we can make Heat Leo, that would be even better. And then our next 6 traps is 3 Crackdown, because we have to play around that Sky Strikers, you know what I mean, and then the 3 Solemn Strikes. Now we move on to the extra deck. So starting off in the extra deck, we have the 3 Salamangreat Great Balinks, the 3 Sunlight Wolves, and the 2 Heat Leos. And then for our standard Cyberverse links, we've got a Link Ribba for those random matches that we are versing Altergeist or maybe even Eldritch. We got the OTK engine revolving around Splash Mage, Update Jammer, and 2 transcodes. Now, the reason why I'm playing 2 transcodes is because of the fact of how much I rely on transcodes with me winning my games. He is literally my win con. My other win condition is, of course, Avramax. That is the only win conditions I have in this deck, are the transcode token and Update Jammer, transcode, give transcode the 2 attacks, or somehow get Update Jammer and someone else on the field to go into Avramax, because of course Avramax needs 2 monster special summon from the extra deck. And then our final spot in the extra deck, of course, goes to Mirage Stalio. So that is what our extra deck is looking like. And then this wouldn't be competitive without a side deck. So with the side deck, we are running 3 Artifact Lanciers, 3 Gamma-Seal Kaijus, 3 Twin Twisters, 1 Raigeki, 1 Chordbai, 1 Reboot, and 3 Judgments. But that is the entire deck profile. Yeah, pretty solid, eh? So there is our fabulous Rogue Salad deck profile. Again, it does what it's supposed to do. Even without the access code and sign-up mining, I will still be able to win matches here and there. But there is only one thing left to do, which is, of course, take it to my locals. Now, locals for me is Thursday nights, Saturday nights. Thursday nights and Saturday mornings. Now, Saturday mornings is the more competitive one, considering the fact that it's 3 rounds allowing us to side deck. So that is the one that I will be mainly recording, same as with the sealed only that I used to do. So, on that note, let's go to locals actually. Woo, fun. Let's go. Yeah, later, Bolt. See you guys there. Haha. Whack.
So it is probably around 8:40 in the morning right now. I've got all my stuff ready right behind me, all ready to go to our locals. I just have to make sure that my hair doesn't look like a mop, and we're ready to go. So, let's get it. We have arrived. We have gotten breakfast because I sort of forgot breakfast. I think that's important. Funny thing, I was given a free Coke. How cool is that? Anyway, let's head on in, paper in for, you know, a pack. We got pack. Woo. Watch us get something horrible. Don't know what that is. We got normal monsters again. Stall turn. Oh, it's a camera trap. Hey, that's pretty cool. Amazement. Something else. Oh, what? Oh, no. So, a bit of a turn of events. I got the buy first up, so we're being the gentleman of one of my mates, and that's a bus, that's a boat. Man, that's cool. Anyway, and we're gonna go get him a coffee because nothing better to do because I got the Bully Buy first game. So technically that counts as a draw/win. So I mean, I'll take the 3 points. We'll take the 3 points. We'd love to see it. So, see you guys back in there.
Hello, Future Swansea here. Yeah, that's right. I'm up here in the corner. I'm sitting in the commentator booth. Anyway, so obviously missed the first match. Thanks to Swansea for telling us that. We got the bye. So second match we are up against. Let's press play. Aha, Drytrons. Yeah. Now this match was pretty fun. Like we won the die roll, got to go first. We went through our entire combo, getting into a Sunlight Wolf, adding, what did we add? We added Rage back from our grave to our hand, and then we set 3 paths: Brawl, Crackdown, and Rage. We also had an Effect Veiler and Ash in hand, so with that we were able to stop pretty much every single one of his plays that he tried to do, which was pretty bloody good. And then in our next turn, he only had the Link Karibo and the other little Drytron thing on the field. This thing, I don't know what it's called. So we were able to go update Jammer, Transcode, Talker, and he just conceded the round to us, making it 1-0 right now. The second game, he decided to go first, and he passed turn to us. I don't make this up. He opened up a unplayable hand, and we opened a very playable hand to the point that we just went into Transcode Talker, Update Jammer, Sunlight Wolf, attack the game. Which was very unfortunate for our opponent, but it is the luck of the draw, so we are currently 1-0-1. Next game, we are up against Dinosaurs, one of my least favorite decks of all time, piloted by one of my favorite people of all time, James. Now, the first game, it was a bit interesting. We decided to go first, winning the dice roll, go through all our combos. I'm watching the video right here, but he activated Lightning Storm, destroying both our Sanctuary, our Rage, and our Strike. We were in a very, very bad position. So, he went through all of his combos, but he could only get to a Tyranno and an Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, and he beat over the Bailings. He tried to beat over the Sunlight Wolf, but I obviously protected him with Bailings. So then it was our turn. We relied on the Flame Buffalo. We linked one into our beautiful Bailings. We were able to get all the draws off, and then we actually managed to get Nibiru. We got Nibiru, but here's the thing. We still had Will. I just spat. Here's the thing. We still had Will on the field, and I haven't used it yet. So, knowing that he was going to eventually flip everything face down, using Will, I continued to combo off. And then we eventually got into transcode and just update Jammer, and we just poked him for game 1. Game 2 and 3 wasn't so much like that. I, being the novice that I am, made a lot of misplays. Now with game 2, I tried to overextend and it just didn't go well. He Nibiru'd me and I couldn't get any of my resources back in the next turn. And then with game 3, I went first. I had a very solid board, but I didn't stop the Fossil Dig getting him into Miscellaneous, and I couldn't do anything else from there. He just kept on breaking me down every single time I tried to build up my resources, so he took the round. Final match of the day was against Malefics. We just won the die roll, so we opted to go first, as per usual. We ended on a board with a Reincarnated Sunlight Wolf of Balinks, Will of the Salamangreats, 2 Rules, 1 Crackdown, and a Rage. Very, very good. Solid board. Let's continue the video here. To be honest, I don't know anything about Malefics. He just started adding the Malefic World, which I know from the movie is the important card of the deck, because without that card, they can't summon the monsters. So he explained to me the fact that while that's on the field for the first turn, it cannot be destroyed. He summoned his Malefic Gear, which I cracked down because I felt like that card was going to be important. And then he swang into the Balinks, but I protected with Balinks engraved, only dealing me 3,500 damage. And then at the start of my turn, I used Rage to get rid of the field spell and also his monsters, since they can be targeted now because the turn has passed. And then I just went into transcode, update Jammer for game. And the same thing happened in game 2. I went first, set up my board, destroyed all of his resources in the next coming turn, and then cleaned them up with transcode Talker and update Jammer. Thus making our record. Out of 11, we managed to come 5th. At 11, we came right in the mid-game 5th on 9 points. We were on the bottom of the 9 pointers, but it was still a very good day. I learnt from my mistakes, and I now know for next time to stop Fossil Dig. But enough from future Swansea. Let's go back to the past Swansea, and he will explain everything that happened and open some packs. Yeah, I forgot what to say. So from when we had the bye, that was a draw. Then we had 2 other wins and then 1 loss. So that's pretty good, ending us in 4th place. We got 4 packs. We got an OTS 14 and then 3 of the brand new Dawn of Majesty, and my camera just froze. Lovely. Anyway, that's not in frame, but yeah, so let's get into opening this. So we'll start off with OTS 14. We got Phantom Knight, Cloak Shadow, Demise of the Land, and a Pointer of the Red Lotus. That's not a bad pull, not a bad pull. And then we go on to Dawn of Majesty. So let's see what we get in these new packs. So we've got anything good? Wait, did I not? Oh, there we go, there we go. We got a Chronomy, magic little, I can't speak English, globe. Oh, not bad. Oh, there we go. There's one of the new sushi monsters. Not bad, not bad. The sushi decks, because as I said, there was a little pre-release event, and the sushi deck, actually, my archetype didn't do too bad in the event, which is pretty cool. So moving on to the next pack, we have 1, 2, 3, another sushi, and we got a Gizmek. Gizmek Inba, the hopping hare, can't speak English. So not bad again, not a bad pack. Come on, give us the secret, give us the Stardust Synchron. Let's see. Stardust Synchron, and oh! Not bad. Oh, yep, we got a secret rare. Cool. We got Albo, the Jester of Despair.
Not a bad pull. Little secret rare. Not bad. Not a bad pull. Very, very nice. So, there's a few cards to add to the folder. Probably won't add the glow, but I'll probably add these 3. But let's get to the end of the video now. Fire! Be scared. Yeah. Oh. So it is the next day. It is actually not the next day. It is actually a Monday. I've left it this long to record this part. We did pretty good on Saturday, honestly, winning 3 of our 4 matches, losing once, and that was to Dinos. The first round against Dinos I did very well against. It's just the last 2 I made a misplay, especially in the second game, me overextending and getting the Beerud. And then the third game, me not stopping the Fossil Dig, because if I literally asked him, my opponent, James, piloting the Dinos, if I have done those things, if that would have been game. And he said yes both times because he opened horribly. Which is a big shame, but every other match I played pretty well. Drytrons, which was my second match against Steve, if he didn't open up as bad as he did in pretty much both the games, I reckon it would have been way more even. But it's just unfortunate about what happened. So, on that note, I will see you guys next week for another grand episode of Insert Title Here. I'm saying that because by the time I upload this, I will finally come up with a title. I don't have one right now. I'm trying to think if I should exit. You know what? I'm going to exit out the door again. Yeah, this is going to be like the ending thing. You ready? I'm going to do this every time I leave the video and come back to the video. So, next time I come through this door, it will be next week. I will see you all later. Also, just before the video ends, I actually have a Discord now, so if you would like to join, the video is the first link in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Adios, amigos.